1 hour long CPS news with Jesse and Brent, the news that speaks your language. 1 hour.
Yes,
Here we
1
are.
hour. Yay. Hello, Brent. I hope you're doing
Hi.
well. I hope you guys are doing great. We will have an hour of information, hard news, sports, and entertainment for you. So stay with us.
Absolutely. Pick the sections you want or stay with us the whole time. You're like family. We love having you here on our virtual couch. Okay, with that, let's get on and let's do the headlines.
Tepic-Compostela Highway opening delayed until September due to geological fault. Puerto Vallarta to fine businesses and residents for improper trash disposal starting next week. 3-meter crocodile relocated from Los Tules Canal to Rio Meca for public safety. Mexico's Navy destroys 4.1 million poppy plants in Nayarit's largest seizure of the year. In sports news, Sayulita surfer Heriberto Martinez chases history in Uruguay's World Surf League QS. In our brand new entertainment segment, Sally Mays is live in Vallarta. A Broadway icon takes the stage at Act 2 PV. Find out more about these stories, this week's Red Hot Happenings, and more on the new 1 hour edition of CPS News with Jesse and Brent, the news that speaks your language.
In our top story tonight, the highly anticipated opening of the Tepic-Compostela Highway has been delayed, with a new launch date for September of 2025. Construction firm Mota and Mexico announced on Wednesday that a geological fault has caused a 60-day delay, pushing the original inauguration date of May 31st. Jose Miguel Bejos, president of Mota and Mexico, explained that the fault was discovered in a mountainous section of the highway. Engineers have addressed the issue by constructing a false tunnel, and additionally, work is ongoing to the 2 key bridges and the highway's access to the Riviera Nayarit International Airport in Tepic. Once completed, the highway will speed up connectivity between the southern Nayarit and the western areas of Mexico, forming a link with the Puerto Vallarta International Airport Highway, whose final section became operational in December of 2024. The new highway aims to significantly reduce travel time, allowing for a 50-minute drive between the state capital, Tepic, and Nayarit's southern coast. Thank you so much to Israel Torres for that story.
Yes, and we will keep you posted. Now, in other news, Puerto Vallarta City's Council approved budget modification and short-term loans exceeding 30 million pesos for social programs and municipal infrastructure. The motion passed with 15 votes in favor and 1 abstention from Councilor Micaela Vasquez of Movimiento Ciudadano, or MC. The adjustments for the 2025 fiscal year were deemed urgent, relocating funds from public works to support health, housing, and education programs. A major change reduced the road construction budget from 230 million to only 117 million pesos, redirecting funds to other priority areas. The council approved a short-term loan of 159 million pesos, payable over 10 years, primarily for Dr. Tucan Medical Clinic, 60 million pesos, public park playgrounds, 13 million pesos, risk Altas update, which, by the way, was last updated in 2014, 7 million pesos to that. And additionally, CPL's board of directors authorized a long-term loan of 144.4 million pesos for critical water infrastructure projects, very needed. These funds will be used for construction of 3 infiltration galleries in the Mascota River, rehabilitation and expansion of wells and sewer systems in various neighborhoods, water tank and pump station improvements in Conchas Chinas, and the CEPA loan still requires approval from the Jalisco State Congress. Hopefully it gets approved. These projects aim to enhance Puerto Vallarta's water and drainage infrastructure, ensuring sustainable resource management for the growing city. Thank you, Miguel Gonzalez Guerra, for this information.
So this is obviously a really big story, this one coming up next, because we see so many trash posts on social media. Starting next week, Puerto Vallarta authorities will begin issuing warnings and fines to residents and businesses that dispose of trash on streets and sidewalks outside of designated collection hours. Juan Pablo Martinez Torres, the city manager for Centro Histórico, stated that this enforcement follows an agreement with business owners from the Malecon downtown and romantic zone after nearly a month of educating the public about proper disposal times. Quote, if we find trash dumped on corners, we will identify where it came from and issue a warning to the responsible business or restaurant. If violations continue, the Inspection and Surveillance Department will impose fines. The exact penalty amount has yet to be disclosed, but it is already outlined in the city's revenue law and the relevant department that will provide the details. Martinez also encouraged citizens to report violators to local authorities, emphasizing that keeping the city clean is a shared responsibility. Residents can report infractions by calling the Inspection and Surveillance Department or call City Hall or go down there, pay a visit, and find out more about the possible sanctions. So, thank you so much to Miguel Gonzalez Guerrero for this story.
Yes, and a lot of people are really happy with the new trash system. Others not so happy. So I'd like to know how you feel about it. Send us a comment. And now a wildlife story. Oh my gosh, I'm sure you saw this on social media. A massive crocodile measuring over 3 meters long was safely relocated from a beach access canal in Los Tules to Rio Ameca by a team of civil protection, firefighters, and the Department of Environmental Sustainability. Authorities responded swiftly after receiving reports of the crocodile's presence in an area frequented by beach goers. Well, this canal is part of the crocodile's natural habitat. Its proximity to people posed a risk to both the animal and the public. The reptile, a male measuring an impressive 3 meters 30 centimeters, was already tagged and carefully transported to a safer location. Officials are urging residents and tourists to stay alert, never attempt to feed or interact with crocodiles, and immediately report any sightings to 911. If you see a crocodile, keep your distance and warn others nearby. By respecting their space, you can coexist safely with these incredible creatures. Stay safe, Vallarta, and enjoy paradise responsibly. Thanks, Guadalupe Arce, for the videos you just saw. Now, before we continue with our top stories, let's listen to this message from Cerámicas Exclusivas.
For unparalleled quality and style, Cerámicas Exclusivas is your ultimate destination. Choose from over 70 Castel floor models, all available for immediate delivery. And take advantage of our inventory sale this January. Enjoy up to 30% off on faucets and other fixtures while supplies last. Sign up for our monthly newsletter to stay up to date on the latest promotions and design inspiration. Visit us at Federación 390, Paseos Universidad Ixtapa, Puerto Vallarta, or explore our products online at ceramicasexclusivas.com. Give your space the distinctive touch it deserves with Cerámicas Exclusivas.
Okay, in our next top story or big news of the evening, in a coordinated operation between the Jalisco and Nayarit Prosecutor's Office, authorities arrested Juan Jose Enye in Guadalajara, Jalisco. The man was wanted for allegedly abandoning his minor son in the municipality of Bahía de Banderas, failing to fulfill his family responsibilities, including providing financial support. Following his arrest, Juan Jose Enye was transferred to Bucerías Nayarit, where he was placed at the disposal of the first instance control judge of the accusatory and oral system. His legal status will now be determined, and if found guilty, he could face a prison sentence of 1 to 3 years, along with financial penalties. Authorities remind the public that under Article 13 of the National Code of Criminal Procedures, all individuals are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and Juan will have his day in court. Now, that information comes from Israel Torres. Thank you.
All right, and thank you for all of the messages that you guys have been sending us. One of the messages that you sent created this next story. Let me tell you that residents of the Santa Maria neighborhood are reporting a major water leak at the intersection of Cristal and Vidafel streets, affecting multiple blocks and spreading into the La Moderna neighborhood. Despite repeated complaints from locals, authorities have yet to take action, raising concerns about the waste of potable water and potential disruptions to the supply. The situation is further aggravated by the poor condition of the streets, as accumulated water has caused more potholes, making roads increasingly difficult to navigate for both pedestrians and drivers. Residents are urgently calling on municipal authorities and water supply agencies to address the issue immediately to prevent further damage to the area's infrastructure and essential services. Thanks, Fernanda Bojorquez, for this information. Now let's go with Brent.
Okay, we're going to move on from water problems to our ocean water. So Puerto Vallarta's beaches have passed water quality tests conducted by the Jalisco Commission for Protection Against Sanitary Risks. And that's a big old acronym I'm not even going to try. So confirming the beaches are safe for recreational use. Even Playa de Joli, which previously failed due to a contamination, has now met the safety standards. Dr. Maria Alina Quintero, regional coordinator of Coprisal, I'll try that one, assured that continuous monitoring is in place, with testing increasing as the Easter holiday approaches. The commission regularly tests 10 beaches, including Los Muertos, Mismaloya, and the beach in Yalapa, ensuring that water quality remains within federal health guidelines. Authorities remind visitors to help keep the beaches clean. It takes all of us, as pollution from wastewater, trash, and the seasonal larger crowds can impact water quality. Thank you again to Miguel Gonzalez Guerra for that story.
All right, and since Brent is usually the Hospital Joya guy with a new show format, let's change this up a bit too. Here's this week's update on Hospital Joya. Are you concerned about your health and well-being? Well, don't miss the chance to take care of yourself. Hospital Joya offers medical checkups and then also lab and imaging services, consultations with specialists, 24/7 emergency care, intensive care, and pediatric units, and a lot more. For more info or appointments, call 322-266-1010 or 322-226-8181. Follow them on social media for special offers or go to hospitaljoya.com.
Well, thanks for that information from our new Joya gal instead of me. Okay, so next up, Nayarit Mobility Department is cracking down on unsafe transportation in Bahía de Banderas and Compostela, and they are imposing fines of up to 4,000 pesos for drivers carrying passengers standing or in the back of pickup trucks. This is a good thing. This measure follows a serious accident on February 10th on Federal Highway 200, where a company-owned truck carrying 14 workers in its cargo bed collided with another vehicle near Chula Vista and Villa Morelos. All passengers were injured and the driver was trapped in the wreckage. Our mobility secretary announced that increased patrols and checkpoints during peak hours targeting unsafe worker transport, especially in Bahía de Banderas and key areas like La Cruz to Punta de Mita, are going to happen. Authorities remind companies that worker transportation must meet legal safety standards, aiming to prevent further accidents on this region's roads. Again, thank you to Guadalupe Arce for that information.
I'm sure you don't do that. But, be careful. You don't want to get a fine if you do. Now, changing the subject, in a major blow to organized crime, Mexico's Navy, CEMAR, eradicated 4.1 million poppy plants across 24 fields of La Chapurrosa del Nayar in Nayarit. The operation, conducted from February 17 to the 20th, destroyed approximately 825 tons of illicit crops spanning over 182,000 square meters. This marks the largest seizure of the year in Nayarit's northern mountains, where authorities have already eliminated over 6 million plants. CEMAR emphasized that the mission aligns with ongoing efforts to curb opioid production and global drug trafficking. Now, this information was provided by our own Guadalupe Arce. Thank you.
All right, nice bust, police. I don't know what you're gonna do with all those poppies, but that's your thing. All right, now some properties might get busted, and get this segue there, if they don't pay their property taxes. Bahía de Banderas is facing a major property tax crisis. With 550 million pesos in unpaid dues, much of it from luxury resorts and gated communities like Litibu and Flamingos. Adrian Alvarez Rodriguez, head of auditing and enforcement, revealed that these debts make up nearly a third of the municipality's 2025 budget. Litabu alone owes 53 million pesos, while Flamingos is close behind at 50 million pesos. In the urban zone, Jardín del Sol tops the list with 51 million in unpaid taxes. Authorities have recovered some funds, reducing overdue accounts by about 25% and signing 300 agreements with the debtors. As the region grows as a high-end destination, officials are ramping up the efforts to collect what is owed. Thanks again for Israel Torres for that story.
Well, that's a lot of unpaid taxes. Please, people, pay your taxes so we can get our roads fixed.
Yeah, we've got lots of unpaid taxes out there. We got lots of poppies out there. I don't know what's going on. But what we do have lots of is we have lots of news.
Yes.
I mean, this is our new 1 hour format. I think you've heard about it a little bit. You know, again, it's going to be our top stories of the night first, followed by sports and the lighter stories, and then right into entertainment after Red Hot Happenings. And most of all, I want to know from y'all. We really got to know. What do you think of the new format? Was it easier? Did you feel like you got more news? Did you feel like you got the entertainment you wanted? Tell us.
Let us know. We're going to be checking your comments. But first, let's go on a commercial break, and then we will be back with more.
Okay, here we are. We're about to head into the next segment of our show, and now it's time for some sports news. Let's go.
Heriberto Martinez, a talented surfer from Sayulita, Nayarit, is set to compete in the qualifying series of the World Surf League in Uruguay, one of the most prestigious events in professional surfing. Representing Jalisco, Martinez is chasing a historic win that could make him the first Mexican to claim victory in the WCLQS. A triumph in Uruguay would secure his place in international tournaments in Chile, Peru, and beyond, solidifying his ranking and path to the World Championship in April. With unwavering support from Sayulita and Jalisco, the 24-year-old is determined to inspire a new generation of Mexican surfers and make his mark on the global stage. With information from Fernanda Borges, David Herchek, CPS News.
All right, just FYI, Heriberto Martinez received a second-place medal on this qualifying series. Sayulita must be partying hard just because of you, Heriberto. Now, next up, here is Joe with a new fitness program you may be interested in.
Great news for our senior community. The Puerto Vallarta Municipal Sports Council, CUMUDE, has launched AFAM, a new program designed to keep older adults active and socially engaged. The first session, held on February 25th, was led by instructor Elisa Palafox, who energized participants with fun recreational activities. Beyond exercise, AFAM provides a welcoming space for seniors to form new friendships and stay connected. Sessions take place Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more details, call 322-237-8166. With AFAM, CUMUDE reaffirms its commitment to promoting a healthy and active lifestyle for Vallarta's seniors. With information from Fernanda Bojorquez, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, now on our final sports story for tonight in this segment, Puerto Vallarta is set to welcome cyclists of all ages for the short track MTB Vallarta 2025, which is an exciting mountain biking event offering over 25,000 pesos in prizes. The race will take place on March 9th, 2025, with the starting and finishing point at El Ferro and the Malecon. The competition will begin at 8 a.m. with the first group, which includes the Juvenile C, Master, and Beginner categories. The second group, featuring Elite and additional Juvenile categories, will take off at about 9 a.m., racing through the Malecon and the highlands of Viejo Vallarta. Finally, at 10:30 a.m., the children's race will be held, with the youngest participants competing solely on the Malacon. Lucky them, they get the best views. Prizes will be awarded in multiple categories. Children will receive medals up to 6th place, while juveniles and adult categories, including the Masters, up to 50 plus will compete for both cash, prizes, and medals. Registration is now open at local bike shops with an option to sign up via WhatsApp. However, last-minute registrations on race day will have an additional cost. This event is expected to attract cyclists from across the region, offering a challenge and scenic routes through lovely Puerto Vallarta. And thank you to our own Jesse Ruiz for that story. Okay, we're at the bridge of the show. We got through all that big meaty news and some sports and lighter fare, and now it's time for a bit of arts and entertainment, right?
Yes, but we're first gonna see what's happening in March. There's a lot of events happening in March as well. So I know that my cute friend is gonna tell us all about it. So I'm excited to present her. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, well, let's go with the red
Hot
happenings.
Hello, I'm Kirsten Rakuya, and I am super excited to share with you the red hot happenings going on in Puerto Vallarta this week. For more info about living here and cool things to do while you're here, check out my blog, sandinmycurls.com. All right, let's dive in. Calling all dog lovers, get ready for the second canine campaign at La Isla Shopping Mall on March 15th. The highlight of the event, our fabulous doggy runway show. Watch adorable pups strut their stuff, show off their style, and maybe even find their forever home. But besides the show, you can bring your dog for free rabies vaccinations and deworming. You can make them an appointment to get neutered or spayed, which is super important. You can donate food to shelters, and maybe even adopt another little furry love. March 15th, 11 a.m. at the amphitheater at La Isla Shopping Mall. Join the fun and help our furry friends. Brent Lane, this one is for you. The legendary Kennedy Davenport of RuPaul's Drag Race fame is bringing down the house at Act 2 PV with It's Always the Girls. In this One Queen Cabaret, Kennedy takes a humorous and touching look at her life, sharing stories and songs of survival as only this Texas diva can. Accompanied by Christopher Hamblin on the piano, Miss Davenport's live vocals are not to be missed. She is a total powerhouse. Come get a full helping of good old Southern pageant drag with a cabaret twist. 2 nights only, tonight and Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Grab your tickets now at act2pv.com. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis is in the building. Get ready for a rockin' night as Steve Elliott brings his award-winning tribute to Elvis Presley, direct from BC, Canada. 1 night only, this Wednesday, March 5th, at 7 p.m. at Brando's Bar in the Marina, and there is no cover. But you better put on your blue suede shoes and don't miss this incredible night of music, energy, and legendary hits. Call 322-190-1015 for reservations. It's now or never. Don't miss Authentically Keith, the brand new show from Keith Tynes, an original member of the Platters. Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. at Casa Karma Red Room Cabaret, Keith takes you on a soulful journey through jazz, pop, soul, blues, and gospel. With a career spanning decades, Keith's incredible vocal range and heartfelt performances are unforgettable. Accompanied by the talented Mark Hartman on piano, this intimate show is perfect for lovers of timeless beauty and authenticity. Get ready for an evening of passion, talent, and musical brilliance. Experience the vibrant history of Puerto Vallarta at Arte Vallarta Museo. Don't miss Raíces Coloridas, a stunning exhibition celebrating the early artists of Puerto Vallarta, featuring works by Ramon Barragan, Manuel Lepe, and so many more. This showcase brings to life the rich cultural roots of Vallarta through breathtaking colors and timeless artistic expression. Swing by Arte Vallarta Museo Wednesday through Monday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and you'll step into a world of creativity and heritage. Don't miss this must-see exhibition. Head to artevallartamuseo.mx. Act 2 PV proudly presents an exclusive opportunity to experience the brilliance of Sally Mays, a celebrated Broadway star whose voice and artistry have graced the world's most prestigious. With a career adorned with accolades and an unparalleled stage presence, Sally Mays promises an evening of sophistication, charm, and breathtaking performances. Join us for an unforgettable night of music, elegance, wine, and Broadway magic. Secure your seats for this extraordinary event and witness a legend in an intimate world-class setting. March 6th, 7th, and 10th at 7 p.m. or March 8th at 5 p.m. only at Act 2 TV. So, get your calendars out. This week we've got dogs, drag divas, impersonators, music, and museums. Oh my! What are you getting tickets for? Send us a comment and let us know. Maybe we'll see you there. Now it's time for the all-new, get your jazz hands ready, art and entertainment segment of the newscast.
All right, so lots to do in March. I'm so excited. And talking about events, we had an event today, and we're going to talk about that later. But right now, let's go on a quick commercial break, and then we will be back with more. Welcome back, and now it's time for our all-new entertainment segment of the newscast. I hope you see an event or two that excites you, and thanks for supporting this artist. But first, it's a concern about outdated signs, mostly from local shows that, is sparking some debate. Here's David with the story.
Residents of Puerto Vallarta are frustrated with expired advertisements cluttering poles, walls, and public spaces. They blame the Padrón de Licencias department for failing to enforce removal after events. A Tribuna de Bahía investigation confirmed numerous outdated posters creating visual pollution and misinformation. Local laws require permits for ads and mandate their removal after events. Authorities can fine violators, but enforcement is lacking. Residents propose a removal fee for advertisers or stricter penalties. They demand action to clean up the city and hold advertisers accountable. With information from Efren Urrutia, David Herchak, CPS News.
Okay, so I agree with that completely. I think last year those signs for the tennis open were up for like a year. So it's going to be good that we can get those things taken down and make room for some new shows and events. Okay, now here's a story from Jessie again. She's become quite the reporter for us about another one of our events featured this week.
Backstage, the air hums with an electric mix of anticipation and final preparations. Kennedy Davenport, a pageant queen with the heart of a warrior, sits before a mirror framed by warm bulbs, her reflection shifting with each precise stroke of foundation. The transformation isn't just cosmetic, it's a ritual, a layering of resilience, experience, and artistry.
Honey, you can't rush the process, honey. It's fabulousness. It takes time. Ugh.
Before the show begins, Christopher Humbling checks in with the Texas Queen one more time, making sure everything is set for the big moment. They're both eager to step onto the stage and dazzle the packed Puerto Vallarta audience. They have prepared it's a high-energy spectacle filled with attitude, nostalgia, and incredible music. With throwback clips, electrifying performances, lots of attitude, and even a special number in Spanish that seamlessly connects with the Mexican audience, the night promises to be unforgettable. While drag performances often rely solely on lip-syncing, this crowd is in for a rare treat. Kennedy Davenport will be singing live, delivering powerhouse vocals that will leave everyone in awe.
Nisa looks like Puerto Vallarta is giving you that, or is it the boys giving you that glow? Is it the beaches or the boys?
It's definitely a glow. I think it's all in one.
Did you get a facial?
Not yet.
People are rushing to purchase tickets for this show. Some are already at Active PV waiting as they drink a martini or a margarita before the show. Kennedy, all dressed up and ready, glances at herself in the mirror. Christopher sits for a minute to check in on her and says, minutes before showtime, Kennedy takes a deep breath. This moment, the hush before the storm of applause, is sacred. She adjusts her wig, her dress, one more glance at the mirror, and then has a moment with Christopher.
Okay, Nisa, I think they're waiting on us. You ready for this?
Yes.
Let's give them a show they won't forget.
Yes, indeed.
Well, they never forget your show.
I love you.
Even if we forget them, they don't.
Yeah. Let's fuck them
Thank
up.
you. Have a good show.
Yes. You too. Let's have a good one.
And with that, it's showtime, featuring not just a drag queen, but two great talents, Kennedy Davenport and Christopher Hamblin, a legend in motion. You still have a chance to check them out tonight and Wednesday, March 5th, 9:30 p.m. Get your tickets at act2pv.com. Now, a quick word from our sponsor, Positively Perfect Dog Care.
Are you looking for the perfect spot for your furry friend while you're away? Positively Perfect Dog Care in Nuevo Vallarta is your dog's home away from home. Think boutique hotel vibes, air-conditioned comfort, cuddles, and so much love. Your pup will enjoy 2 daily walks, playtime, and even get obedience practice. They'll sleep indoors with us like part of the family. Plus, we'll send you daily pics and updates so you don't miss a thing. We also offer 2-week live-in obedience and leash training programs to keep your pup on their best behavior. Message us on WhatsApp at 331-496-3310 or visit positivelyperfectdogcare.com for more details.
Now, I want to share another story about my experiences at Act2PV. You want to get to know these artists. They are very talented and their talent is very well worth it. Here's some information about Sally Mayer. She will be coming to Vallarta for a very short time.
Renowned Broadway actress and singer Sally Mays is set to captivate audiences in Puerto Vallarta with her upcoming performances at Act2PV. Hailing from Livingston, Texas, Mays began her career as a rock and jazz singer in Houston before making her Broadway debut in 1989 as Winona Shook in Welcome to the Club, a performance that earned her a Theater World Award. She continued to shine on Broadway, notably portraying Ilona Ritter in the 1993 revival of She Loves Me, which garnered her Tony and Drama Desk Award nominations. Beyond the Broadway stage, Mays has showcased her versatility in productions like Closer Than Ever, Das Barbecue, and The Threepenny Opera. Her talents extend to television, with appearances on Law & Order SVU, The Electric Company, and City of Angels. In 2006, she was honored with an induction into the Arkansas Entertainers Hall of Fame, underscoring her significant contribution to the arts. Mays' cabaret performances have also been met with critical acclaim. She has graced esteemed venues such as Feinstein's 54 Below and the Metropolitan Room, earning praise for her remarkable vocal range and the warmth she brings to every song. Tickets for An Evening with Sally Mays at Act2PV are expected to sell quickly. Don't miss this opportunity to witness Sally Mays' enchanting performance in the intimate setting of Act2PV's Red Room Cabaret. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Joe Wasik, CPS News.
So I really hope you caught Jesse and me today co-hosting the Changing Lives event. But here's a little bit more about it in case you missed it or you want a bit of behind the scenes and why it's such a great cause. And thank you to Maria for reading the story to us.
Today's Changing Lives PV event at La Huerta was a resounding success, bringing together the Puerto Vallarta and Bahía de Banderas community for an unforgettable evening dedicated to education and opportunity. Since 2019, the American English Tree Institute has been awarding scholarships for English classes to children and young individuals from low-income backgrounds. And this year's event once again proved the power of collective generosity. With live music, inspiring stories, and a shared commitment to making a difference, attendees came together to raise funds that will open new doors for local students. This is more than just an event. It's about changing lives, one student at a time, said one of the organizers. Every scholarship granted tonight represents a young person who now has the chance to build a brighter future. The atmosphere was electric with hope and excitement as guests enjoyed the celebration, knowing that their support directly contributes to the educational growth of the next generation. The Changing Lives initiative has already helped countless students gain access to English education, and today's event ensures that even more young people will have the same opportunity. Thanks to the generosity of donors and supporters, the program is set to keep transforming lives, proving that when a community comes together for a cause, the possibilities are endless. For those who couldn't attend but still want to contribute, donations remain open through the American English Tree Institute. Together, Vallarta continues to make a difference, one scholarship at a time. With information from Jesse Ruiz, Maria Ammerman, CPS News.
Oh yeah, we loved hosting that event for the second year in a row. Now, it's time for Sand and Strings again. We were there last year and it was amazing. So here's Brent with the details for this year's festival.
Sayulita is all set for an exciting weekend as the Sand and Strings Music Festival returns for its second big year. Shout out to Charlie, I know you're watching. Held at the Sayulita Baseball Stadium, this family-friendly event will feature top artists like the California Honey Drops, the Brothers Comatos, Pete de Fue, and Los Rumberos, bringing a mix of alternative country, folk, bluegrass, and blues to the Riviera Nayarit area. Beyond the music, the festival supports a great cause, and as a portion of the proceeds will benefit Sayulita's youth baseball program. Attendees can also enjoy local culinary delights, a kids area with fun activities, and the festival's commitment to an eco-friendly practice throughout its partnership with Azul Sayu. With great music, community spirit, and sustainability at its heart, Sand and Strings is a must-attend event, and yes, look for me there. I'm going to be there just like last year. And of course, come by, say hi, and it wouldn't be me saying it if I didn't say, hey, buy me a beer.
Buy him a beer, please. Yes. Well, I hope you enjoyed the entertainment segment, that you have your agenda full of events like we do, and that you also enjoy all of the stories that we had today.
That was a full hour, folks, and we've been working over a year to get us there. Again, please give us feedback, scan the QR code, share the newscast, because we put a lot of work into this, and we really listened to y'all when we created this 1 hour show. I hope you got the news, the entertainment, and sports you want, but for now, that's the end of the 1 hour show.
That's the end. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.